they're suing me for something I didn't do. Like, on God. It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money.
So Jake Paul just faced his biggest nightmare, and no, it wasn't a right hook from Iron Mike himself. Mike Tyson just dropped new rules that flipped the script and changed the whole outlook of the fight. What started as a high-profile showdown between a YouTuber turned boxer and a heavyweight legend has now become a nightmare for Jake. We're talking KO-only rules, which means there's no scoring, no decisions, just knockouts. But it gets worse. Way worse. Tyson also threw in random drug tests leading up to the fight. Yeah, you heard that right. Random.
A little teary-eyed. But, yeah, and then I wake up the next day and, like, have a phone call, like, with my lawyers for one.
With Jake already facing ongoing steroid and PED allegations, this has sent absolute shivers down his spine. Tyson's demand for these tests has everyone raising an eyebrow. And let's be real, Jake's not exactly loving this idea. Let's break it down.
I'm so sick of this shit, bro.
They said they have a warrant for Jake.
Mike Tyson just dropped a bombshell that made Jake's entire world come crumbling down. Out of nowhere, Tyson hit Paul with some brand new fight rules, and let me tell you, they are brutal. No more scoring rounds, no decision victories, and no boring 12-round chess matches. The only way to win this fight is by knockout. Yeah, KO-only rules. That's right. Tyson wants to see someone flat on the canvas, and he's making sure it's the only way this fight ends. But wait, there's more. Tyson also demanded random drug tests for Jake leading up to the fight. And when Tyson speaks, the fight world listens. What's behind this move? Oh, it might just have something to do with those performance enhancement drug rumors swirling around Jake for a while now. We'll dive into more of that later in the video, so keep watching. Now, if you haven't been up to speed, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are set to face off on November 15th. Yeah, you heard that right. The problem child is stepping into the ring with the baddest man on the planet. This fight has been hyped like crazy, and the world is buzzing to see what goes down when the YouTube sensation throws hands with a boxing legend. I mean, Tyson is no joke, even at 58 years old. The man still got that power, those skills, and let's face it, that aura of absolute fear. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has been riding a wave of success after knocking out former MMA fighters and boxing veterans. The most recent one was on July 20th, 2024, against bare-knuckle brawler Mike Perry. And of course, Jake made him kiss the canvas. Here's the thing. Love him or hate him, the dude knows how to sell a fight and make people pay attention. But Tyson? He's a different animal. This fight was supposed to be a huge payday for both fighters, with everyone thinking it was going to be just another entertaining showdown where Jake could maybe, just maybe, go toe-to-toe with one of the greatest. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jake Paul and the steroid rumors that have been floating around for months. If you've been following Jake's boxing journey, you know that his rapid muscle gains and knockout power have raised more than a few eyebrows. From social media trolls to serious boxing pros and pundits, people have been questioning whether Jake is really doing this clean or if there's something extra helping him dominate his opponents. So where did all these allegations start? Well, it's not like Jake Paul has ever tested positive for anything, but that hasn't stopped the whispers. Jake's gone from a lean, athletic build to this hulking figure with insane muscle definition, and it all seemed to happen pretty fast. Combine that with his high stamina in the ring, and people are starting to talk. Fighters like Nate Diaz and even UFC President Dana White have publicly hinted at Jake possibly being on something. Dana White has been firing shots at Jake for ages about this. Dana's been very vocal, publicly accusing Jake of taking steroids before. He didn't hold back, calling out Jake's rapid transformation and basically saying, "There's no way this is natural." Dana even challenged Jake to take a steroid test if he wanted to prove he was clean, but Jake never took him up on it. Suspicious much? Dana's got a sixth sense for this kind of thing, and he's not letting Jake slide on it. He knows shady business when he sees it. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids, so I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. You're too stupid.
But the thing is, random drug testing is no joke. When Dana or even Tyson called for this, they weren't messing around. The tests would include checks for steroids, HGH, and other performance-enhancing drugs, and they could come at any time. At Jake's gym, at his house, literally anywhere. And if Jake refuses, well, that would be a bad look for him. Refusing random tests is basically waving a red flag and saying, "I've got something to hide." Tyson's KO-only rules make sense now, right? He wants to ensure that this fight isn't about playing a points game. Mike's old school. He wants the truth in the ring, just two men, trading punches and seeing who's left standing. And with random drug testing, Tyson's making sure there's no funny business.
The guy you mentioned, it's not really, I'm not fighting him, I'm fighting Jake. So when we did the face-to-face, I asked him directly to his face, the man, was he on PEDs? And his answer to me was no. So there will be testing. There's stuff in the contract about testing.
Tyson's move wasn't just a curveball for Jake, it was a message to the entire sport. He's reminding everyone that in boxing, legacy and honor matter. Tyson's been in the ring with the best of the best, and he's not about to let this YouTuber turned boxer take shortcuts to glory. As we inch closer to November 15th, the stakes for Jake Paul have never been higher. This isn't just another fight for clout or a chance to shut up the haters. This is a fight for his legacy. Tyson's new KO-only rule means there's no room for playing it safe. It's all or nothing, and Jake's got to swing for the fences if he wants to walk out with the win. But let's be real. The biggest challenge Jake faces isn't Tyson's fists. It's proving that he's a clean athlete. The random drug tests leading up to the fight will be the ultimate test for Jake's credibility in the boxing world. So, here's the big question. Is Jake Paul even ready for this? I mean, let's be real, fighting guys like Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, and even Anderson Silva is one thing, but going up against Mike Tyson under these new conditions, that's a whole different level. Tyson isn't some over-the-hill fighter who's just showing up for a payday. This dude's still dangerous, and he's set the fight up to play right into his strengths.
Day two, we're getting ready for you.
On the other hand, Jake's been training hard, no doubt. His camp has been posting videos of him hitting pads, sparring, and looking sharp in the gym, but all that changes when you know you've got to knock out a legend like Tyson. Let's not forget that Jake has never been in a fight where a KO is mandatory. He's always had the chance to go the distance and let the judges decide, but not this time.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
What you doing today?
In that warm up, we got upper body. Nice little pump, you know. That strength up.
If Jake doesn't pull this off, it's not just a loss. It's the kind of defeat that could ruin his entire boxing career. This isn't just another celebrity matchup for the views. This is a legacy fight. If Jake wins, it solidifies him as more than just a YouTuber who boxes. He becomes a real contender. But if he loses, especially if he's exposed in any way by these new rules or the random tests, it could be the end of his boxing journey before it even fully begins. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out, so there you have it. Fight world, that's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul's world collapsing after what Mike did? Make sure to fill the comment section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news.